Conservatives now have a new / old target in their culture war against vaccines. Big Bird. Big Bird. In a tweet, which is, again, ironic because we're dealing with birds here, Big Bird. The fictional children's character on Sesame Street had promoted child vaccination, which generally I would agree is a good thing. Now, they said it by saying, I got the COVID-19 vaccine today. My wing is feeling a little sore, but it'll give my body an extra protective boost that keeps me and others healthy. Miss Erica Hill even said that I've been getting vaccines since I was a little bird. I had no idea. Elmo, another Muppet character, of course, added that he was happy to learn that friends can get the COVID-19 vaccine now, and soon Elmo can too. Well, that's great. But of course, who's going to get mad? MAGA CHUDS. We're going to fly into a frothing rage. Led by, of course, Texas Senator Ted Cruz. As usual. He says, government propaganda for your 5-year-old. Propaganda. Not only that, but you have it led to Arizona State Senator Wendy Rogers tweeting out insane things. Big Bird is a communist. Yeah, communist. And I think followed by, probably my favorite, Paul Gosar. Is Big Bird a commie, as Wendy Rogers posited? 1, is over 50 but has no wife and prefers to hang around kids. Oh boy. Part of a flock of believers who refer to themselves as comrade. Lives off government handouts. Engages in agitprop and believes in coercion. Oh, verdict. True, Big Bird is a communist. Wow. Swear to God, these people, holy shit, they're a parody of themselves. I mean, look, I don't. It's difficult to make fun of them anymore because everything that outlandish enough that you could think of, that like no rational person would say, they've already said it. They've already said it. And so you're like, oh, what's the craziest thing that we could come up with that, you would think that they would say, oh, turns out there's already a tweet. There's always a tweet. Always a tweet. I mean, all you could really do is sit back and just admire the level of total brain rot these people have. I mean, I would say that they have brain worms, but they've all supposedly been taking ivermectin for that, so that's out. That would get rid of any worms. They're all dewormed now. But there's more. Now you have Tennessee Republican congressional candidate Robbie Starbuck. Oh, that's such a cool name too. But he's a chud. He suggested that Big Bird would die from the vaccine. Again, fake character. And not only that, but not real. People are not dying from the vaccine. It's insane. But says 7 days later, big blood clot bird is served. You also have Fox News. This is contributor Lisa Booth accusing Big Birds of brainwashing children who are not at risk from COVID, saying that it is quote unquote twisted. So let's hold on here. Okay, again, this is basically the news that 5 to 11-year-olds are cleared to get the Pfizer BioNTech COVID vaccine. Generally, you think that's a good thing. That means that you get children inoculated, and you can open up the schools, and kids can go back to school. But no, this has turned into more culture war bullshit. But here's the thing. Let's set the record straight, okay? Just because children have less risk than adults of serious illness from COVID-19, that doesn't mean that there is zero risk. Children do get sick from COVID-19, and yes, some children, a small percentage, have died as a result of complications involving COVID-19. Again, it's a smaller amount than of adults, but that doesn't mean that there is no risk. And here you have conservatives out there saying, no risk, no, so we shouldn't have masks, we shouldn't have vaccines, we should send them all in, and without any protection, because now this is not about facts, it's about a culture war issue. And that's what's going on. So in my mind, it's like, okay, since there is risk, why not protect them and other children and other people who the children will come in contact with? Smart people would. But anti-vaxxers are not known for being smart. And by the way, let me make a distinction here. Okay, there are anti-vaxxers and that there are vaccine hesitant people. There's a difference there. Okay, so vaccine hesitant are people that generally don't know any better. They've been flooded with general disinformation as well as information, and there's people that they're not sure who to believe. And so they're thinking, well, wow, you know, there's so much here. I don't know what's going on. I think generally these people are good people who are preyed on by grifters and people who have chosen to play politics with the vaccines. I don't have an issue with the vaccine hesitant. I think that, you know, these are people that you can, if you have factual information on your side and you take them aside and you talk to them and you know, you listen to their concerns and you know, generally you come back with good information that alleviates those concerns. And then they understand, like, oh, okay, so I guess the vaccine is a good thing. Great. So those are the people that are fine. Now, anti-vaxxers, of course, these are mainly grifters or insane conspiracy theorists, okay? And most likely, by the way, most of these people already have gotten the vaccine anyway. So they're not really, you know, in real danger of dying from COVID-19 because they've already gotten vaccinated, but they go out there and make a living telling you to not get vaccinated because it's, again, part of their culture war, okay? And so you're not going to get through to them for obvious reasons, which is why, unfortunately, you do need mandates. Why? Because, well, the whole purpose of mandates, yes, is generally to encourage people to get vaccinated. How does it do that? Well, it makes life so annoying for people who are not vaccinated that they decide, okay, it's not worth it. Fine, I'll go and get vaccinated. So, and of course, that would help the pandemic end so that we can end up living with, you know, at least living with COVID and not having it kill so many people. And that's what certain places now that have very high vaccination rates, but still cases of COVID, that's what they're experiencing now. They can live with COVID, and yes, they may have increased cases of COVID, but not increased deaths. And so that's essentially what we're going to see for the future, okay? Now, I wish we could eradicate it, but at this point, I don't know, because we've got Delta, we've got Delta Plus, we got vaccine, obviously, refusal from the Republican Party. Over half of all Republicans say, no, we're not going to get it. And then, of course, you have the issue with any vaccine, breakthrough infections. And so I see this ending up being an endemic thing that, you know, comes around. Maybe it's seasonal, like the flu. I don't know. Honestly, I think, though, we've had our chance to stop it, and I think we missed that boat, unfortunately. And it really makes me nervous, considering how a lot of us looked at this from the left as a trial run for our response on climate change. And as a trial run, not good. It's not looking good, folks. And of course, a lot of that is thanks to the right wing and their network of grifters and the overwhelming desire to own the libs, even if it kills us all. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.